Well, hello there, beautiful being from beautiful Tenerife. We just had our second surf lesson. Yesterday was the first one, so my body is really sore. But spirit is high, and I felt inspired to come on here live and talk about something that I see many entrepreneurs overlooking when it comes to seeing that you're not yet living the life that you would love to live. And this overlooked piece is to check, what are you asking for? And what are you asking for both explicitly, like what are the wishes, desires, intentions that you have that you speak out, but also what are implicit wishes that you speak that might even come true, but that are not really what you would love to experience. So, for example, for self employed folks, it could be something like, well, I just want to make means end. Like, I want to be able to cover all my finances, or I just want to be a little bit less stressed. Whatever the thoughts are that you might have around what you actually desire and what you want to bring into your life, especially if it's not like an explicit vision that you have, very often we underestimate how much creative power those words have. And what I invite you into is to really, really give yourself permission to dream big and really be honest with yourself. What do you actually want? Like, what what would you love to experience in your life? And you might experience that then a lot of limiting thoughts come up of like, well, but I cannot ask for this, or but isn't this too big? Who am I to have this big desire? Well, that's very useful to notice, because if you are unable to claim, this is what I would love to experience in my life, it's probably not going to come into your life, or if it does, it's going to take a very, very long time. So a lot of the wishes that we express or that we just have in our minds are smaller than what we truly want, based on some sort of limiting idea of like, what do I have permission to ask for, and what do I not have permission to ask for? And this is why this work around the highest vision is so juicy and meaningful for me, because I see how it can open up something in people where they realize like, oh shit, I've been asking for much smaller things than what I actually desire. So it's not like we're walking around and we're seeing like, oh yeah, well, I have big dreams, but I'm just not giving myself the permission to really ask for more. Those are not conscious things that are happening. It's usually something that happens on a subconscious level, and usually it's the result of being in a surrounding where no one dares to dream big, where it's normal to be like, well, I just want to be a bit better off than other people, or I just want to have a way to work that is just a bit less stressful, or I just want to have a bit more recognition for my work, for the valuable thing that I do, or I want to be paid a bit more. And I really encourage you to be honest with yourself and to really give yourself the space of asking, if there were no limitations, if there were no like, yeah, but can I really do this, blah, 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 what would you really love to experience in your life? And just check with your body how it feels when you give yourself that permission. And when you do that, you're opening up a very different energetic space inside of you that will give you so much more energy, because you're actually connecting to what you're truly here for. And when I say asking for things, I'm not saying this from like an egoic perspective of, oh, I just want to have material stuff because it's nice. It's more like, what are you really here for? What do you truly desire? And from my perspective, material things can be an expression of that. So I personally, I'm not interested in rejecting wealth or any of that, because for me it's part of my journey. It's not something shallow that I seek at the expense of an inner richness and being in integrity and all of these things. It's an extension of that. But the first thing is always, how much permission am I giving myself to really ask for the things that I want and to really open myself up? And you're going to see that when you do that, a very different kind of inspiration will come, where you don't need to yet exactly know, like, how am I going to make this happen? The first thing is you connect to the energy of what you truly desire. And you allow yourself to go bigger, to expand more than you might have done in the past. Let that be the first thing. The mind will come in and say about blah, blah, blah. Just leave it. Just start with that and see what happens. And then inspiration will come up, and maybe wanting to let go of things will come up, because some things in your life might not be aligned with that higher vision that you have. So we don't want to ask the question, but how do I implement that too quickly? Because it's taking us out of the energy of what we want to bring into our lives. And everything that I'm teaching and sharing around stepping into your highest vision is about understanding that you become the energy, you embody the energy of what you want to bring more of into your life. And then the inspiration will come. So it's not like, oh, I'm mentally trying to figure out that if I want to make this kind of money next month, like, how can I do that? It's more like, ooh, how would I feel making that amount of money? Or how would it feel like to be able to travel whenever I want to? Or how would it feel like to make really precious gifts to people I love whenever I want to? And then I embody that energy and I start moving from there. And you will notice that different kinds of inspiration will come up. It's just a different way of operating. And so we could say what you're doing in that case is you're embodying the future. You are embodying the version of yourself that already has all of those things. And it's like we were taught this linear way of creating things. That's like, I have a mental idea of what I want to accomplish, and then I need to like strategically figure out every single step to get there. That's totally possible. It usually takes much longer because it's coming from the place of, I am not there yet. Something is missing. And what I'm suggesting, and obviously I'm not the first one to do this, is if I can embody the energy of what I want to bring into my life, and then I become receptive to the kind of impulses and inspirations that I have, that way of creating is much faster because I become an energetic match for what I want to bring more of into my life. So that is the power of connecting to your highest vision and allowing yourself to ask for the things that you really want and letting go of some of these limiting beliefs that you might have around what you can dare to ask for and what you can't. So that's what I have to share with you today. If this resonates with you, then you're gonna absolutely love the highest vision experience that's happening Sunday, so in 6 days from now at 6 p.m. There's already 9 people registered. If you join by tomorrow, the price is 33 euros. After that, it will go up. It's gonna be a guided experience into how you can connect to your highest vision from within, not from a mental place, but from an experiential place, and get a taste of how your life could start looking like if you were to consistently embody that energy, rather than, oh, I look at my current circumstances and based on how they are, that's how I'm gonna feel. Okay, so that's the highest vision experience. It's happening next week Sunday. If you want more infos on that, just drop the word vision in the comments or send me a DM. I'm gonna send you the details. Price goes up tomorrow night, so if you wanna join, do join us by tomorrow. And with that, I'm sending you so much love from Tenerife, wishing you the most beautiful and epic of days. If you enjoyed this video, do give it a like and a comment so that more people can see this and we can co-create a world where people are much more connected to their dreams. And I'll talk to you soon.